Close your eyes for a moment and take a slow, gentle breath. Feel the stillness around you. Let the noise of the outer world fade away, for in this silence lies the most powerful secret of your life. This stillness is not emptiness. It is fullness, wholeness, completeness. It is the space where everything begins. It is where every dream is born before it takes form. And right now, you are standing at the doorway between thought and creation, between the conscious and the subconscious, between who you are and who you wish to become. Every word you speak inwardly, every quiet whisper that begins with I am, moves like a spark through your consciousness and goes straight into the vast creative power within you. This inner power does not question, it simply accepts. It is like fertile soil that receives whatever seed you plant, whether of abundance or lack, joy or sorrow, success or failure. The moment you say, I am, you command that power to bring forth your reality. When you say, I am successful, your words are not empty. They are creative. They are alive. They are signals of energy, impressing your subconscious mind with the image of success. Your subconscious does not argue, it does not debate. It simply accepts the feeling you associate with your words. And when that feeling becomes natural to you, when it feels like the most real thing in your inner world, life bends itself to match that inner truth. There is no greater statement in existence than I am. These two words are the key to everything you have ever desired. They are the doorway through which the infinite becomes personal. The invisible becomes visible. The unseen becomes seen. You are not merely repeating words when you say, I am wealthy, I am loved, I am happy. You are impressing upon your subconscious a vibration, a command, a truth that it will express without fail. Every condition in your outer life is nothing more than the reflection of what you have accepted inwardly as true about yourself. The world will always mirror your inner assumptions. If you have believed in limitation, it will faithfully show you limitation. But if you now begin to assume abundance, joy, love, and confidence, those qualities must appear in your experience, not by struggle, but by the law of consciousness itself. You are not here to struggle for success. You are here to awaken to it. You are not meant to chase wealth. You are meant to express it. For what you feel yourself to be, you attract. You cannot attract what you deny within yourself. The world outside is not against you. It is simply echoing what you are inwardly saying. So let us begin to use these words with purpose, with awareness, with quiet power. Say gently within yourself, I am calm, I am strong, I am wealthy, I am free. Let the words roll slowly across your mind, not as wishes but as facts. Feel them as real. Imagine what it would feel like if these statements were absolutely true right now. For in imagination lies creation. The subconscious is impressionable only through feeling. Words alone are not enough unless they are clothed with emotion. Feel the truth of your words. See yourself already living in the reality of your affirmations. The more natural it feels, the closer you are to its manifestation. Every time you say, I am, the power within you moves. It begins to rearrange the invisible substance of life to make your declaration visible. The universe listens not to your outer voice, but to your inner certainty. When you feel wealthy, opportunities appear. When you feel loved, love flows toward you. When you feel happy, life reflects happiness back to you. If you could truly grasp the meaning of these words, it goes straight to your subconscious mind. You would never speak carelessly again. You would realize that every idle statement, every negative phrase, every unguarded I am, shapes the pattern of your world. To say I am tired, I am broke, I am unlucky, is to impress the subconscious with ideas it must express. You are constantly creating, not occasionally, not sometimes, but in every moment of awareness. The power that created the stars and planets lives within you, and it obeys your inner command. This command is not given in force or effort, but in acceptance. the quiet knowing that what you declare inwardly is already yours. Say to yourself now, I am the master of my mind. I am the architect of my destiny. I am one with infinite intelligence. Feel how that shifts something deep within. You may not see the change yet, but it has already begun. Do not seek signs, the signs will follow. Do not look outward to verify what you are creating inwardly. The invisible always precedes the visible. The unseen roots of your new reality are already forming beneath the surface. Persist in your new assumption until it hardens into fact. When you affirm, I am successful, you are not lying to yourself, you are speaking to the deeper truth that has always been there. You are awakening that truth from sleep. You are giving life to it through feeling. And as you persist in that inner knowing, your subconscious begins to reorganize circumstances, people, and opportunities to reflect that truth outwardly. Everything in your life is consciousness externalized. The house you live in, the relationships you have, the amount of money in your bank account, all of these are reflections of what you have been saying to yourself. The moment you change your inner speech, your outer life must change accordingly. It cannot resist. It cannot delay. The law is perfect and impersonal. Every thought impregnated with feeling becomes a belief, and every belief expresses itself as fact. That is the reason why affirmations must be felt and not merely recited. They are not magic words, they are seeds of consciousness. You are not trying to make something happen, you are assuming that it already has. The feeling of I am is the feeling of being. It is creation itself in motion. Pause for a moment and feel the truth of these words. I am abundant, I am free, I am joyous, I am divine. These words carry energy, and that energy becomes form. When you live from the consciousness of abundance, you cannot remain poor. When you live from the consciousness of love, you cannot remain lonely. When you live from the consciousness of peace, the world around you softens into harmony. The subconscious mind is like a mirror that reflects what you feel yourself to be. It does not reason. It accepts. It has no choice but to bring into your life the exact equivalent of what you inwardly affirm as true. That is why your self-concept is the foundation of your entire experience. Change your concept of self, and the world must mirror that change instantly in unseen ways. Begin each day with deliberate awareness. Before the outer world claims your attention, turn inward in the silence of the morning. Affirm with feeling, I am blessed, I am expanding, I am attracting all that I desire. Do not rush through these words. Let them settle in your heart like sunlight on still water. Imagine them sinking deep into the fertile soil of your subconscious. That soil never fails to produce what is planted within it. You may not see immediate evidence, but that does not mean nothing is happening. The law of growth is silent. The seed does not scream as it breaks open. So too, your transformation is often unseen until it blooms suddenly and beautifully. Never doubt the process. Never let the outer appearance shake your inner knowing. When your senses contradict your vision, remain faithful to your assumption. Your senses show only the past, the result of old beliefs, but your imagination shows the future, the result of new beliefs taking form. You are not limited by circumstances. You are only limited by your imagination. You can rise to any level of success, happiness, or wealth simply by assuming it to be already yours in consciousness. The secret is not struggle, it is acceptance. The feeling of already being what you desire to be is the secret doorway through which every dream passes into form. Do not fight against the old state. Simply withdraw attention from it and give your attention to the new, for whatever you give attention to grows in your life. If you focus on lack, you multiply lack. If you focus on abundance, you multiply abundance. This is the law. So tonight, when you close your eyes to sleep, do not drift into unconscious thought. Instead, use those sacred moments to affirm your truth. Whisper to yourself softly, I am wealthy, I am fulfilled, I am loved, I am successful. Let the feeling of these words carry you into sleep, for the state in which you drift off is the state that will be impressed upon your subconscious most deeply. You will awaken tomorrow renewed, magnetized, and aligned with your vision. Life will begin to shape itself according to the pattern you have impressed within. Chance meetings, new ideas, unexpected opportunities, all these will appear as though by miracle. But there is no miracle, only the perfect operation of law. Everything you experience has one cause, the image you hold of yourself. You are the root. Life is the reflection. If you want to change the fruits, you must first change the root. If you want to change the world, change what you say after I am. There is no greater art than the art of self-assumption. To assume is to accept as true. The moment you assume wealth, wealth begins to flow. The moment you assume joy, joy begins to radiate. And when you persist in that assumption, it hardens into physical reality. You cannot fail unless you stop believing. You cannot be defeated unless you surrender to appearances. Stay with the feeling, live from it, speak from it, think from it. Let I am become your sacred mantra. Let it echo through every corner of your being until it becomes the very air you breathe. You are not separate from the source of creation. You are that source expressing itself as you, and as you go about your daily life, remember that you are always affirming something, whether consciously or unconsciously. Every thought, every emotion, every reaction is an affirmation of who you believe yourself to be. When you feel inferior, you are affirming, I am not enough. When you feel confident, you are affirming, I am capable. The subconscious is always listening. It does not turn off. It does not sleep. It receives your words and feelings 24 hours a day, and life becomes the mirror, what you continuously impress upon it. This is why awareness is the greatest power you can develop. To be aware of what you are inwardly saying and feeling is to hold the key to freedom. Once you become aware of your inner conversation, you can change it. You can begin to direct it toward what you truly desire instead of what you fear. If you find yourself saying, I can't, gently replace it with, I am able. If you catch yourself thinking, I never get lucky, transform it into, I am blessed wherever I go. Speak deliberately, with calm conviction, as though the words you speak are the brush strokes painting the canvas of your life, because they are. Every morning, as you awaken, you step into a new opportunity to create consciously. Do not allow the old patterns to pull you back into the past. Begin fresh, as though you were writing the first page of a new book. Affirm that this day is your masterpiece. Declare with inner confidence, I am aligned with success. I am surrounded by wealth. I am filled with joy. Let the vibration of these statements fill your entire being. Let it reach every cell of your body, every thought in your mind, every corner of your heart. You do not need to force change. You only need to accept it. The subconscious responds to acceptance, not effort. It does not understand struggle. It understands feeling. When you feel that something is true, it becomes true for you. The universe is impartial. It does not choose for you. It reflects what you choose within. That is why two people can live under the same sky and experience entirely different worlds, because one has accepted abundance and the other has accepted lack. The truth is that abundance, success, love, and happiness are not things you must attract. They are states of being you must assume. When you assume them, you tune yourself to their frequency. Just as a radio does not pull a station toward it, but simply tunes into the vibration already broadcasting, you too must tune your consciousness to the state you wish to experience. You do not need to create wealth. You need only to align yourself with the consciousness of wealth. The wealth you seek already exists in the unseen. Your I am brings it into form. Every moment you spend in self-doubt, in worry, in fear, is a moment you send mixed signals to your subconscious. But every moment you rest in faith, in calm assurance, you amplify your creative power. The calm mind is magnetic. The quiet heart is fertile ground for miracles. When you stop chasing and start being, life begins to unfold with effortless grace. Say to yourself now, slowly, deliberately, I am enough, I am complete, I am prosperous, I am expanding in all directions. Feel the weight of those words. Let them sink deeply into your being. This is not daydreaming, this is creation. Every feeling you nurture is a seed. The harvest depends on your faith in the seed you plant. You may have been taught that success requires struggle, but the truth is that success flows from inner harmony. You are never rewarded for effort alone. You are rewarded for alignment. When your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are aligned with the state you desire, it must come to pass. It cannot be otherwise. Imagine a musician playing a perfect melody. There is no strain, no tension, only flow. The music arises naturally because they are one with the rhythm. So too, when you live in alignment with the consciousness of success, you move effortlessly through life. You do not push against circumstances. You glide through them with faith that everything is working for you. Never underestimate the quiet repetition of your affirmations. They may seem small, but they carry immeasurable power. Repetition is the language of the subconscious. Every time you repeat, I am confident, you carve a deeper groove in the subconscious mind until it becomes your natural state. Just as water shapes stone through gentle persistence, your repeated affirmations shape your destiny through unseen power. You may not notice change at first, but persistence will always bear fruit. There is no wasted effort in consciousness. Even when doubt appears, even when old fears whisper, keep affirming your truth. The new belief is like a seedling, tender at first, but destined to grow strong if you nurture it with consistency. Do not dig it up to see if it's growing. Trust the process. The invisible always precedes the visible. The words I am are your creative brush, and imagination is your canvas. Together, they paint the masterpiece of your life. To imagine yourself wealthy, happy, and fulfilled is not to escape reality, it is to shape it. The outer world is but a delayed reflection of the inner. Change the inner picture, and the outer world must follow. When you affirm wealth, do not think of the money as distant or future. Feel it as present. Imagine yourself already in possession of it. See yourself living with ease, surrounded by all that you desire. Do not think of what you will buy or how it will come. Simply dwell in the feeling of abundance. The feeling itself is the magnet. The details will arrange themselves naturally without your effort. If you wish to experience happiness, do not seek it from others. Declare it now. I am happy. I am overflowing with joy. Let the feeling rise from within, not because of what you have, but because of what you are. Happiness is your natural state. Everything else is temporary illusion. When you align with happiness within, the world responds with circumstances that match that frequency. The subconscious loves order. It responds to clarity. Be clear in your affirmations. Do not mix them with doubt. When you declare, I am wealthy, do not follow it with thoughts of lack. When you say, I am loved, do not question how or when. The moment you declare, the creative process has begun. Your only task is to sustain the feeling until it feels natural. Life will test your conviction, not to punish you, but to strengthen your faith. When challenges arise, remind yourself, this too is unfolding for my good. I remain calm, centered, and confident. Do not interpret delay as denial. The subconscious mind must reorganize countless threads of energy to express your desire. Have patience, all great things ripen in silence. The most powerful time to affirm is when the conscious mind is quiet, just before sleep and upon waking. These are the moments when the gate to the subconscious is open. As you lie in bed, allow your body to relax completely. Feel gratitude for the day that has passed and for the day that is coming. Then softly affirm your truth. Whisper as if speaking to your own soul, I am abundant, I am peaceful, I am radiant. Fall asleep in that feeling. Let it carry you into dreams, for your subconscious will continue the work while you rest. When you awaken, do not rush into the noise of the world. Spend a few moments in silence, reconnecting with your chosen state. Feel it again. Say to yourself, today I move with ease. Today I see evidence of my abundance. Today I live in harmony with my highest self. Then go about your day in quiet confidence, knowing that you have already set the tone. Even in moments of doubt, do not condemn yourself. Gently return to your truth. Self-compassion is the greatest ally in transformation. The subconscious responds to kindness. When you forgive yourself, you release resistance and open the way for greater flow. You do not have to be perfect, you only need to be consistent. The outer world may still reflect old patterns for a time, but that is only residual energy. Stay faithful to the new state. Speak from it. Live from it. Think from it. Gradually, the old must dissolve and the new must appear. There is no exception to this law. The words you speak after I am are like seeds carried on the wind of eternity. Each one lands in the soil of your subconscious, and in time each one bears fruit. Some will grow quickly, others slowly, but all must come to pass according to the faith with which they were spoken. You do not need to fight the old self. Simply outgrow it. As you begin to see yourself as wealthy, confident, joyful, and whole, the old patterns lose their power. The darkness cannot resist the presence of light. The moment you declare, I am free, the chains begin to fall, even if they are not yet visible to the eye. Take time each day to dwell in your chosen state. Let your affirmations become living words, not mechanical phrases. Speak them with gentle conviction, with deep breath, with love. I am love itself. I am peace in motion. I am the embodiment of wealth and joy. As you repeat these, not as a ritual, but as a realization, something begins to shift deep within, a calm certainty, a sacred knowing that everything is already yours. The subconscious mind is the servant of your imagination. It does not choose, it obeys. Whatever picture you hold with feeling, it expresses. So guard your imagination as the most precious gift you have. Do not waste it on worry or regret. Use it to build, to heal, to uplift. Your outer life is simply your imagination made visible. Every relationship, every opportunity, every experience began as an idea within you. The people you meet, the places you go, the events you attract, all are responses to your inner vibration. When you change your vibration through new I am statements, the entire landscape of your life shifts to match. There is no separation between you and the power that creates worlds. It breathes through you with every heartbeat. You are not asking for blessings, you are awakening to the realization that you are the blessing. You are not trying to become rich. You are remembering that richness is your essence. You are not searching for love. You are recognizing that love is what you are. Let this truth settle deeply into your being. Whatever you claim inwardly must appear outwardly. The law does not fail. It is exact, unwavering, and just. Every time you say I am, the creative forces of the universe respond. Choose your words with wisdom. Speak only that which you wish to see. And when your mind wanders back to fear, simply smile and say, that was the old me. I now choose faith. I now choose love. I now choose abundance. Speak softly, as one speaking to a dear friend. Your subconscious will listen. It always does. Let your affirmations become the rhythm of your life, gentle, constant, alive. In time, they will no longer feel like affirmations. They will feel like truth. And when they feel true within, life itself will confirm them. Without the day will come when you no longer need to remind yourself that you are abundant, for abundance will surround you. You will no longer need to say, I am loved, for love will move through every aspect of your experience. You are creating right now, even in this moment. As you hear these words, your subconscious is listening. It is recording, accepting, shaping. Feel the peace of knowing that every word of truth spoken inwardly is already forming its reflection in the outer world. The work is done in consciousness. What follows is the natural unfolding of that invisible work. There is no limit to what you can express. You are infinite awareness clothed in form. The only boundaries are those you imagine. Speak the words that expand you. Speak the words that liberate you. Speak the words that honor your divinity. For every I am is a declaration of who you choose to be. You are surrounded by invisible currents of power, always responding to the vibration of your inner being. Every thought, every feeling, every I am is like a pulse sent into the unseen, and the unseen never fails to echo back its perfect reflection. Life is a mirror with no delay, only the gentle space of unfolding. The moment you change within, the world outside begins to reassemble itself, piece by piece, event by event, until it mirrors your new truth. If you could see the vast network of connections forming the moment you affirm, you would never doubt again. When you say, "I'm successful," unseen forces begin to move. People, circumstances, opportunities, all begin to align in silence. When you say, "I am wealthy," the vibration of wealth begins to attract its own kind. When you say, "I am peaceful," the noise of confusion loses its hold. You do not need to know how, you only need to know that it is so. Let every breath be an affirmation, let every moment be sacred. For even in your quietest hour, the power of I am continues its work. It moves through dreams, through thoughts, through intuition. You might awaken one morning with an idea that changes everything. You might cross paths with a person who opens a new door. You might receive news that seems miraculous. But in truth, none of it is random. It is the perfect unfolding of the seed you planted long ago with your inner word. There is no distance between thought and creation, only the veil of disbelief. Once that veil is lifted, the invisible becomes tangible. The more you trust the process, the thinner that veil becomes. Trust is the bridge between desire and realization. Faith is the language the subconscious understands perfectly. When you affirm, affirm quietly, gently, but with conviction. I am does not require loudness. Its power lies in stillness, in certainty. Whisper your truth until the whisper becomes your identity. Feel it until it becomes effortless. The quiet mind is the gateway to manifestation. When the outer noise fades, the inner voice becomes clear, and that voice speaks creation into being. Every I am carries creative fire. It is the essence of life itself. To misuse it is to create unconsciously. To master it is to awaken as a deliberate creator. If you say, "I am not ready," your life will confirm it. If you say, "I am prepared," life will open the way. Every statement is a command to the invisible. The universe does not interpret your words as hope or fear. It takes them as instruction. So instruct wisely. Speak only that which you desire to see. If you desire wealth, speak of abundance. If you desire love, speak of harmony. If you desire happiness, speak of gratitude. Never declare what you do not wish to experience. The subconscious cannot take a joke. It accepts every word as truth. You may think you are only talking to yourself, but you are speaking to the infinite. The infinite listens through your own being. It hears every tone of emotion behind every word you utter. This is why feeling is the secret. The words are the surface, the feeling is the root. When your feeling matches your words, creation is instantaneous. You cannot plant a seed of "I am abundant" while feeling poor and expect a rich harvest. You must feel as though you already possess the thing you affirm. That feeling is the water that nourishes the seed. The more you feel it, the faster it grows. If your mind argues, gently quiet it with repetition. The conscious mind will always question. The subconscious simply accepts. Speak until the feeling of truth takes over. In moments when doubt rises, do not fight it. Observe it and say softly, "That was the old me. I now live from faith." Then return to your chosen state. The power of your affirmations lies not in never wavering, but in always returning to truth. Each time you return, your conviction strengthens. Each return, makes your new state more natural. The more you dwell in your chosen identity, the faster it manifests. You are not becoming something new, you are remembering what you already are. You are awakening from the illusion of limitation. When you affirm, I am infinite, you acknowledge the boundless nature of your own being. When you affirm, I am love, you dissolve the separation between yourself and all that exists. This is not self-deception, it is self-recognition. You are not trying to convince yourself of something untrue, you are uncovering the truth that has been buried beneath layers of belief and fear. The I am within you is untouched, eternal, unchanging. It cannot be diminished, no matter how many times you forget it. The moment you remember, its power returns in full. Everything that exists began as an assumption. Someone, somewhere assumed it into being. The building you sit in, the device in your hand, the art that moves your heart, all of it was once invisible, existing only as an image in someone's mind. The difference between the dreamer and the non-dreamer is not intelligence, but faith. The dreamer dares to assume their vision is real, and the universe obeys. So assume the highest for yourself. Assume wealth, assume joy, assume health, assume success, not someday. Now, let the feeling of it fill you until it becomes the only reality you know. When you walk, walk as though your desires are already fulfilled. When you speak, speak as one who has already received. When you think, think from the state of completion, not desire. Desire says I want. Faith says I am. If ever you grow weary, remember that every repetition is progress. You may not see the shift, but it is happening. The energy you emit cannot vanish, it must return to you multiplied. Keep affirming gently, keep imagining lovingly, keep feeling deeply. The harvest is certain. It is not the length of time that matters, it is the intensity of faith. One moment of true feeling outweighs hours of mechanical repetition. Feel as though you have already become what you wish to be, and your subconscious will take it as fact. It will begin immediately to rearrange your reality to reflect it. When you say, I am happy, do not wait for something to make you happy. Become happiness itself. Smile from within. Let joy arise for no reason other than that you exist. The subconscious understands this language instantly. It does not question why you are happy. It accepts happiness as your natural state and begins to bring you more experiences to match it. The same is true for wealth. Feel wealthy before a single coin appears. Feel the ease of it, the freedom of it, the generosity of it. Imagine yourself giving freely, sharing joyfully. That inner richness becomes a magnet. Soon, you will find that life begins to echo it in visible form. The law is precise. It brings to you what you are conscious of being. If you wish for love, do not beg for it from the outside. Love yourself into wholeness. Affirm, I am loved because I am loved. Feel it, live it, breathe it. When you embody love, every heart feels your vibration. You attract not from need, but from overflow. The world rushes to reflect the love you radiate. When you align your I am with the truth of your desire, resistance dissolves. There is no conflict, no delay, no uncertainty. Creation becomes effortless. The subconscious fulfills the command as naturally as the seed becomes a flower. You do not need to dig up the seed to check its progress. You need only to water it with belief. Sometimes change feels uncomfortable. The old self resists, not because it wishes to harm you, but because it fears dissolution. Be patient with it. Whisper to it, all is well. I am safe in transformation. Every great change begins with gentle persistence. One day you will wake up and realize the new feeling has become natural. The old one, a distant memory. Speak your affirmations when you wake, before sleep, and during quiet moments throughout the day. But more importantly, live them. Let your thoughts, actions, and energy match your words. When you say, I am abundant, act with generosity. When you say, I am confident, walk with assurance. When you say, I am grateful, express it freely. The subconscious believes through consistency. You are the author of your reality, and every I am you write is a sentence in the story of your life. You may have written chapters of fear and lack, but the pen is still in your hand. You can turn the page and begin anew at any moment. Begin now. Say quietly, I am beginning again. I am rewriting my story with love and power. Feel the relief of that statement. Every moment is a fresh start. The secret is simplicity. There is no complex formula, no ritual more powerful than awareness of your I am. When you become conscious of your words, your entire life transforms. Even the smallest change in your self-concept shifts the pattern of reality. A subtle I am improving grows into I am thriving. I am learning evolves into I am wise. I am healing blossoms into I am whole. Do not worry about how long it takes. The process is eternal. There is no rush. Every breath is a chance to affirm again. Every thought is a doorway to creation. The more you dwell in your chosen state, the faster the unseen responds. The subconscious is timeless. It does not count days. It counts only vibrations. Feel your I am as sacred, for it is the name of life itself. Every great being who ever walked this earth understood its power. They spoke not from weakness, but from authority. You too have that authority. You too are endowed with that divine power to declare and become. Even now, as you listen, your subconscious is accepting these truths. It is listening to the rhythm of these words, feeling their vibration and aligning with their essence. You may notice a calm expanding within you, a quiet certainty growing as though something ancient within you is awakening. That is the real you, not the one defined by circumstances, but the one who defines them. You are consciousness itself, shaping form through belief. The body moves, the mind thinks, but it is consciousness that directs both. When you say I am strong, every cell responds. When you say I am clear, the mind aligns. When you say I am peaceful, the nervous system relaxes. This power operates through you continuously. There are no accidents. Every experience, pleasant or painful, has served to reveal your power. Even the moments of struggle have been teachers, guiding you toward self-awareness. Now that you know your creative nature, you can transform even the memory of pain into a foundation of strength. Affirm, I am grateful for all that has shaped me. I am free from all that no longer serves. Feel the release as you say it. The subconscious is infinitely obedient. Whatever you impress upon it with feeling becomes its command. So speak to it lovingly. Do not demand, inspire. Say, I am ready to receive all that belongs to me by right of consciousness. Feel worthy of it. Worthiness opens the gates of abundance. Unworthiness closes them. You are worthy simply because you exist. You do not need to prove your worthiness. You need only to recognize it. The sun does not earn the right to shine. It shines because that is its nature. Likewise, you prosper because it is your nature. You love because it is your essence. You succeed because success is the expression of life itself. Say to yourself now, I am open. I am receiving. I am flowing with life. Let these words sink deeply into the silent part of your mind. That silence is the creative womb of the universe. From it, all things are born. From it, your new life emerges, quietly, perfectly, inevitably. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe in deeply. Let the breath fill you, not just your lungs, but your entire being. Feel the rhythm of life moving through you, a silent pulse, an unspoken power that has always been there. In that stillness, in that sacred quiet, you meet the truth of who you are, not the identity you wear in the world, not the name others call you, but the silent I am that exists beyond every label, every limitation, every condition. That I am is your real self, the limitless awareness behind every experience, the consciousness shaping every event of your life. When you say, I am, you are speaking the name of creation itself. It is the divine creative word hidden within your everyday speech. Every time you declare I am, you are not describing something. You are creating it. You are not simply reporting what exists. You are commanding what shall be. Yet most people are unaware of this sacred truth. They use I am to reinforce their fears, their doubts, their worries. They say I am tired, I am broke, I am unlucky, and wonder why their lives echo back that same song. But the law cannot be mocked. It returns to each what they plant. When you speak I am, the subconscious accepts it as truth, and the universe rearranges itself to prove you right. This is why it is said that what you assume to be true, even if it seems false to reason, will harden into fact if persisted in. The subconscious does not argue, it does not question, it accepts and manifests whatever idea you impress upon it with feeling. Feeling is the secret key. Without feeling, your words are empty. They are like seeds without life. But when you speak, I am with emotion, with conviction, with the still assurance of one who knows the truth, you awaken that mighty power within, and creation begins to move. So, if you desire success, wealth, and happiness, do not chase them in the outer world. They are not found there, they are born within. Begin now to declare with quiet confidence, I am successful, I am wealthy, I am happy. Let these words sink beyond the surface of thought, beyond the chattering of the mind, into the silence where creation begins. The subconscious hears the feeling behind your words, not the words themselves. So do not say it mechanically. Feel it. Feel the thrill of being successful. Feel the joy of abundance. Feel the peace of happiness realized. In feeling it, you become it, and in becoming it, you manifest it. You may say, but I cannot feel what is not yet true. Yet that is precisely the challenge. To feel it real before it is seen is the act of faith that moves mountains. You must walk in imagination, as though what you desire is already yours. See it with the inner eye, touch it with the inner hand, and dwell in it until it feels natural. Then the outer world must conform. This is not wishful thinking. It is the divine law in operation. The outer is but the shadow of the inner state. Change the inner, and the outer follows effortlessly. Imagine for a moment that you are standing before a mirror. You smile and the reflection smiles back. You frown and the reflection frowns. You do not try to change the image by touching the mirror. You change yourself. The mirror only reflects. So it is with life. The outer world reflects the inner consciousness. To try to change the world without changing yourself is like trying to alter the reflection without moving the face. The wise know that all transformation begins within. Begin, then, with the awareness of I am. It is the root, the foundation, the eternal cause. From that cause all effects flow. If you wish to experience wealth, you must feel yourself wealthy in consciousness. If you wish to experience love, you must feel yourself loving and beloved. If you wish to experience success, you must assume the feeling of one who succeeds effortlessly. Do not wait for outer evidence. The law works from within out, not from without in. There will come moments when doubt will whisper, this is foolish. When reason will argue, but I don't have it yet. When appearances will mock your faith. In those moments, stand firm. Do not be deceived by the evidence of the senses. The unseen is greater than the seen. The invisible cause is always shaping the visible form. You are not hoping for your desire. You are accepting it as already done. You are not waiting for it. You are claiming it in consciousness now. Every time you repeat your I am affirmations, you are watering the seed of creation. Do not dig it up to see if it's growing. Let it take root in the darkness of the subconscious. Your only task is to nurture it with faith, to feel it real, and to persist until it becomes natural. When the feeling of I am wealthy, I am successful, I am happy becomes natural, the harvest must come. You will notice subtle shifts at first. Opportunities appear where none existed before. People show up who seem to be instruments of your good. Ideas flash across your mind that lead you in unexpected directions. All of this is the outworking of the law. Do not question how. It is not your concern. The how belongs to the subconscious, to that infinite intelligence that knows all ways and means. Your part is simply to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and rest in that knowing. The subconscious is like fertile soil. It grows whatever is planted, whether roses or thorns. It does not choose, it obeys. If you plant thoughts of limitation, you will harvest limitation. If you plant thoughts of abundance, you will harvest abundance. The soil does not question the seed. It brings forth after its kind. So guard carefully what you plant in your mind each day. Speak only that which you desire to see manifest. Never say, I am afraid, I am not enough, I am unlucky. For those words are seeds too, and they will bear fruit in time. Instead, turn every negative statement into an affirmation of truth. If fear arises, declare, I am safe. If doubt appears, affirm, I am certain. If lack seems to surround you, speak, I am provided for. These are not empty phrases, they are creative decrees. They go straight to the subconscious mind and begin to repattern it according to your new self-concept. The subconscious accepts what you believe about yourself. Therefore, change your belief, and you change your life. You are never a victim of circumstance. You are the cause of it. The moment you realize this, you awaken your true power. No longer will you look to others for validation. No longer will you wait for external changes to make you happy. You will know that happiness begins with the I am within you. You will know that wealth and success are not achieved. They are assumed. You will understand that everything you seek is seeking you because it already exists in potential form within your consciousness. When you declare, I am successful, you are calling that potential into manifestation. When you feel I am wealthy, you are summoning the abundance that already belongs to you by right of consciousness. When you affirm, I am happy, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of joy that is eternal and unchanging. You do not need to strive or struggle. You need only to be still and know that I am. As you begin to practice this awareness, you will find that your inner state becomes your refuge. The noise of the world will lose its power over you. You will not be moved by appearances, because you will know that appearances are temporary, but the I am is eternal. You will begin to walk through life with quiet confidence, knowing that every word you speak, every thought you dwell upon, every feeling you sustain is shaping your reality. Your consciousness is the only creative power. There is nothing outside of it that can act against you. When you live in the feeling of I am abundance, lack cannot enter your experience. When you live in the feeling, I am love, loneliness dissolves. When you live in the feeling of I am peace, conflict cannot find you. You are the master sculptor of your reality, and the chisel you hold is your attention. Whatever you focus on expands. So fix your attention upon what you desire, and withdraw it from what you do not wish to perpetuate. Do not fight the old conditions. Transcend them. You cannot change darkness by fighting it. You change it by bringing in the light. You cannot overcome poverty by resisting it. You transcend it by assuming the feeling of wealth. You cannot erase unhappiness by lamenting it. You replace it with the consciousness of joy. The law responds not to resistance, but to assumption. What you resist persists, but what you assume becomes real. Say to yourself each morning, I am the creator of my reality. I am one with infinite intelligence. I am abundant, successful, and joyous. Say it not as a plea, but as a declaration. Feel the truth of it resonating in every cell of your being. Let your imagination paint the picture of your fulfilled desire and dwell in it as though it were already accomplished. The more natural it feels, the sooner it will manifest. Each time you affirm I am, you are directing the creative power of the universe. You are declaring your dominion over all conditions. You are rewriting the script of your life. And though the world may not change instantly, know that the inner change has already begun. The unseen movement is already in progress. Hold steadfast to your vision. The bridge of incidents will unfold perfectly to lead you to your desire. Remember always, the words I am are sacred. They are the name of power. Use them wisely, for they determine the quality of your life. Every statement that follows I am goes straight to your subconscious and becomes your reality. Speak only what you wish to see. Feel only what you wish to live and believe only in the truth of your divine being. Close your eyes again and let the sound of your own breath guide you inward. Feel how effortless it is. No struggle, no effort, no force, just the natural rhythm of being. That is how creation truly works. It does not strain to become, it simply unfolds from within itself. So it is with your desires. You do not have to strive for success, chase after wealth, or hunt for happiness. You only have to be the state that desires these things, and life by its own law reflects them back to you. When you sit in silence and softly affirm I am, you are aligning yourself with the highest truth of existence. You are acknowledging that behind every appearance, every thought, and every circumstance, there is only one cause, your own consciousness. The I am within you is that cause. It is the invisible sculptor shaping the visible clay of your experience. And though the outer world seems so solid and unchangeable, it is but a moving shadow, a reflection of the pictures held within your mind. This is why it is so vital to become aware of your inner speech, the quiet conversation you hold with yourself all day long. Every moment you are affirming something. Often unconsciously, you say to yourself, I am tired, I am behind, I am not ready. And those phrases, innocent as they seem, go straight to your subconscious mind. The subconscious does not evaluate them. It does not judge whether they are helpful or harmful. It simply accepts them as your command and brings them to life. So when you awaken to this truth, you begin to govern your inner words carefully. You become the guardian of your mental garden. You no longer allow the weeds of fear and limitation to grow unchecked. You replace them with the seeds of power and peace. You speak only that which you desire to live. You say, I am strong, I am calm, I am prosperous, I am joyful, until those feelings take root within you and begin to blossom in the outer world. It is not about convincing the mind with effort. It is about relaxing into the feeling of already being what you seek. Feel the ease of it, the naturalness of it. When you say, I am successful, do not struggle to make yourself believe it. Simply dwell on the idea until it begins to feel familiar, until it begins to feel like home. Repetition brings acceptance, and acceptance brings manifestation. The subconscious responds only to what feels true. That is why persistence is so powerful. Your affirmations are not meant to battle doubt, they are meant to replace it. When you gently and consistently affirm your desired state, the old limiting beliefs dissolve naturally. You cannot hold two opposing ideas in consciousness for long. One must yield to the other. And when the new belief of I am abundance, I am success, I am happiness is sustained with feeling, it inevitably becomes dominant. Then the outer world rearranges itself in perfect harmony with that inner conviction. Everything you experience begins as an idea. Every circumstance, every event, every encounter is born first in imagination. The images you dwell upon are living seeds. Your imagination is not fantasy. It is the workshop of creation. When you visualize yourself already possessing what you desire, you are not pretending. You are entering the state that makes it real. You are impressing the subconscious with a blueprint, and the subconscious, being faithful and obedient, will build it in the world of form. Suppose you desire financial abundance. Instead of worrying about money or wondering how it will come, withdraw into silence and declare, I am wealth. Feel what that means. Feel the confidence, the ease, the gratitude that comes from knowing all your needs are met. Picture yourself moving through the world with assurance, knowing there is always more than enough. Let that feeling sink deeply into you until you no longer feel separate from it. That is the secret, unity of feeling and belief. When you feel one with your desire, it cannot remain unfulfilled. And when you desire success, do not chase after achievements as though they are outside of you. Real success is an inner state, a sense of purpose, confidence, and flow. Affirm, I am success itself. See yourself acting with clarity, speaking with power, moving with certainty. Feel the satisfaction of already living your dream. When you persist in that state, success must appear. The world has no choice but to mirror your conviction. So too with happiness. Happiness does not come from what you have or what you do. It flows from what you are. When you say, I am happy, you are not waiting for a reason. You are creating the reason. You are declaring your independence from circumstances. You are choosing joy as your natural state of being. The more you affirm it, the more the world conspires to reflect it. People, events, and experiences begin to align with your vibration. Every word you speak in consciousness carries creative power. The universe listens, not to your fleeting thoughts, but to your consistent assumptions. What you consistently believe yourself to be is what you will continue to experience. That is why changing your self-concept is the key to all transformation. If you have thought of yourself as small, limited, unlucky, it is only because you have accepted that image in imagination. But that image can be replaced. Begin to imagine yourself as the person you wish to be. If you desire to be confident, imagine how that version of you would speak, walk, and act. If you desire to be prosperous, imagine how that version of you feels when looking at the world. Do not merely think about it. Become it in imagination. The moment you feel yourself to be it, you are it. For the subconscious only knows feelings, not appearances. The beauty of this law is that it does not require years of effort or struggle. It requires awareness, faith, and persistence. You do not have to wait for conditions to be perfect, you have to declare perfection. Now, when you say, I am abundance, even if the outer world shows lack, remain unmoved. Your faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. As you continue to affirm your new reality, the unseen forces of life begin to move. The right ideas, people, and opportunities appear naturally. You will find yourself guided without strain. There is a deep calm that comes when you understand this truth. You no longer live in reaction to life. You live from creation. You no longer seek validation from others. You know that everything begins and ends within you. You begin to treat your thoughts as sacred, your words as divine instruments, and your feelings as the language of creation. You realize that you are never alone, for the power that created the stars is flowing through your own being as the I am. Every night as you drift to sleep, take a few moments to impress upon your subconscious the state you wish to live in. The moments before sleep are sacred. The conscious mind relaxes and the subconscious becomes open and receptive. Gently affirm, I am fulfilled, I am at peace, I am successful. Picture your ideal life and feel it real. Fall asleep in that mood, and you will awaken to its reflection. The law never fails. It is precise, dependable, and infinitely faithful. Many people believe they must first change the outer conditions before they can feel better. But the truth is the reverse. You must first feel better within, and then the outer will change. If you wait for happiness to come from outside, you will wait forever. If you declare happiness within, the outside will follow. Feelings are creative forces, and what you feel intensely will manifest. Think of your life as a play in which you are both the actor and the author. You write the script with your thoughts and emotions, and then you act it out. If you do not like the current scene, do not fight it. Simply rewrite it in imagination. Assume the role of the person you wish to be and live it inwardly. The stage of the world will rearrange itself to fit your new script. The actors, props, and events will all shift to match the consciousness you embody. This understanding frees you completely. You no longer beg for change, you create it. You no longer fear the unknown, you direct it. You no longer doubt your worth, you affirm it. Every time you say I am, you are proclaiming your divinity. You are standing in the creative center of the universe. You are one with infinite intelligence, and that intelligence responds instantly to your belief. Do not rush the process. There is no need for impatience. Just as a seed requires time to sprout and blossom, your new beliefs require time to unfold. But they will unfold, inevitably and beautifully. The law of assumption is as certain as gravity. You do not have to wonder whether it works. It is always working. The only question is, what are you assuming now? Are you assuming success or struggle, abundance or lack, joy or frustration? Choose consciously, for what you assume today will shape your tomorrow. Say to yourself quietly, I am the master of my destiny. I am guided by divine wisdom. I am overflowing with abundance. I am radiant with happiness. Say it not as an affirmation of hope, but as a statement of truth. Feel its reality now, not tomorrow. And as you feel it, know that the creative power within you has already begun its work. The invisible is already forming into the visible. And if you ever doubt, return to silence. Breathe deeply, close your eyes and remind yourself, I am. That is enough, for contained within those two words lies the fullness of all creation. Everything you could ever desire is hidden in that awareness, waiting for your recognition. The moment you claim it, it becomes yours. The moment you feel it real, it moves from imagination to experience. As you rest deeper into this awareness, notice how the simple realization of I am begins to quiet the noise of the world. The endless thoughts, the worries, the comparisons, all begin to fade like waves settling after a storm. There is something sacred about this stillness, something profoundly powerful yet infinitely gentle. It is the still point from which all creation emerges. In that quiet recognition of I am, you are touching the heart of your own being, the eternal presence that has never changed, even as your experiences have come and gone. From that center you can begin to shape the world anew, not by force, not by effort, but through inner alignment. The outer world has always followed the pattern of the inner. It cannot resist the authority of the feeling that dominates your consciousness. This is why it is said that you must live from the end, not toward it. The moment you feel yourself to be what you desire to be, the invisible processes of life begin to arrange themselves in harmony with your assumption. When you rise in the morning, let your first thought be one of gratitude for the simple truth that you are the creator of your world. Say to yourself, softly but clearly, I am grateful for this new day. I am the consciousness of abundance. I am open to receive all good things. Let those words fall deep within, not as mere phrases, but as living vibrations. They will shape the hours ahead with invisible precision. You may not notice it immediately, but subtle doors will begin to open. People will cross your path who are drawn by the new energy you radiate. Life itself will seem to cooperate with your inner state. Every word you utter carries a frequency. When you speak from lack, you broadcast limitation. When you speak from wholeness, you broadcast expansion. This is why the I am affirmations are not idle exercises. They are transmissions of power. They do not merely describe reality, they mold it. And when you persist in them, when you saturate your mind with them until they feel natural, they begin to crystallize into form. Consider how effortlessly the sun gives light. It does not strain, it does not compete, it does not plead to shine. It simply is. That is the nature of your own consciousness. It radiates whatever it accepts as true. If you accept yourself as success, success flows from you as naturally as light from the sun. If you accept yourself as abundance, opportunities and resources flow to you without effort. The law of life is expression, not struggle. You are not meant to chase your good, you are meant to let it flow through you. Begin to notice the subtle shift that happens when you no longer try to make things happen, but instead assume they already have. There is peace in that assumption. You no longer grasp, you rest, you no longer force, you allow. You are no longer the beggar at the gates of life. You are the giver of form to the infinite. This is the true meaning of creative faith, the quiet confidence that what you imagine and feel as real will externalize itself with mathematical certainty. Do not be discouraged by appearances that contradict your inner conviction. The world of form often lags behind the world of imagination, just as an echo follows the sound that created it. Remain faithful to your inner vision, and the echo will inevitably come. The moment you waver, remind yourself that the outer is only a reflection of past assumptions. It cannot stand against the power of your present awareness. When you claim, I am wealth, even if your bank account disagrees, know that your consciousness is rewriting the pattern now. The old conditions must dissolve, and the new must take their place. Feel the rhythm of these words as you repeat them within. I am abundance. I am success. I am joy. I am love. Let each statement sink deeper than the one before, until it feels not like something you are reaching for, but something that has always been true. The more natural it feels, the more power it carries. Your subconscious does not respond to effort, it responds to ease, to the feeling of certainty. Many have been taught that affirmations are about forcing belief, but true affirmations are about remembering truth. You are not trying to convince the subconscious of something new. You are reminding it of what it has forgotten. You are recalling the original pattern of perfection within you. Every time you say I am, you awaken that pattern a little more. It stirs beneath the surface, sending ripples of change throughout your life. The people around you may not understand it, but they will feel it. They will sense something different, something radiant and magnetic about you. When you walk with this awareness, even your simplest actions carry power. A glance, a word, a gesture becomes charged with creative energy. You begin to see beauty where you once saw limitation. You notice that opportunities, which once seemed distant, begin to appear close at hand. And as your outer world shifts, your faith deepens. For you recognize that the unseen is always moving before the seen. If ever you feel doubt creeping in, return to the breath, sit quietly and remind yourself, all things are possible to the consciousness that knows I am. Let that truth dissolve every fear. There is no circumstance too large, no problem too complex, no condition too fixed that can withstand the creative awareness of I am. The very moment you declare it, you begin to dissolve the illusion of separation between you and your desire. Perhaps you have noticed how easily you identify with negative statements, how quickly the mind accepts, I am not enough, I am unworthy, I am unlucky. These phrases have power only because you have unknowingly misused the sacred name. Yet the same mind that once accepted limitation can accept liberation. The same words that once enslaved can now set you free. Replace each old declaration with its opposite truth. Where you once said, I am stuck, now say, I am moving forward with ease. Where you once thought, I am lost, now affirm, I am guided and sure. Do not argue with appearances, affirm the higher reality, and appearances will yield. Your subconscious mind is infinite in intelligence but mechanical in operation. It is a servant, not a master. It does not decide, it obeys. Whatever picture you impress upon it with feeling, it brings to pass. And because it has no sense of humor, it takes every word you speak as instruction. That is why idle words are never truly idle. They shape the matrix of your life in unseen ways. So be gentle but deliberate with your speech. Speak with purpose. Speak as the creator you truly are. Each day, dedicate moments to consciously dwell in the feeling of your fulfilled desire. Let it become your secret place, a sanctuary of imagination that you visit often. The more you live in it inwardly, the faster it externalizes outwardly. The law of consciousness is impartial. It must reflect what you are conscious of being. If you wish to know what you have been assuming, simply observe your life. It will reveal your assumptions perfectly. And if you wish to change your life, change your assumptions now. Let your imagination be your workshop and your heart be your guide. Imagination is not a daydream, it is a spiritual act. It is through imagination that the invisible becomes visible, the unseen becomes seen, the desired becomes real. Each time you affirm I am, you are invoking that creative imagination. You are saying to life itself, let there be, and life responds without fail. You will find that the more you practice this, the less resistance you feel. What once seemed impossible begins to feel natural. What once required effort now happens effortlessly. You realize that success is not something you achieve, it is something you allow. Wealth is not something you chase, it is something you recognize. Happiness is not something you search for, it is something you express. Let this awareness carry you through your day like a gentle current. Whenever challenges arise, pause and remember, I am greater than this condition. I am the consciousness that creates worlds. The challenge is not there to defeat you, it is there to reveal to you the power you hold. Each obstacle is an invitation to reaffirm your creative identity. When you meet it with the calm strength of I am, the obstacle dissolves like mist before the sun. And as you move through life with this understanding, you begin to see the world differently. You realize that everyone around you is also expressing their own I am, consciously or unconsciously. You see that every interaction is a mirror of your own state. When you hold love within, love returns. When you hold peace within, peace surrounds you. When you hold abundance within, abundance flows towards you. You are never separate from what you seek. It is drawn to the state you occupy. Feel this truth deeply now. You are not striving to become, you already are. The I am within you lacks nothing, needs nothing, fears nothing. It is complete, whole, perfect, and eternal. Everything else is an expression of it. As you recognize this more fully, your words will carry new power, your imagination new clarity, and your life new harmony. And so, let the rhythm of life move through you without resistance. With each breath you affirm the eternal truth, I am. With each heartbeat you declare your creative authority. Let the mind be still and the heart be sure, for all things are already accomplished in the unseen. You are the vessel through which the infinite expresses itself as form. The universe is not outside you, it flows from within you, shaped by your every assumption, colored by your every feeling, directed by your every I am. And as you sink even deeper into this inner stillness, begin to notice how the rhythm of your breath seems to move in harmony with the rhythm of life itself. Each breath becomes a soft reminder that you are connected to the infinite flow of abundance, to the eternal energy that sustains all things. You are not separate from success, wealth, or happiness. You are the essence of these things in their purest, unseen form. They are not outside waiting to come in, they are within, quietly waiting for your recognition. There is a sacred power in knowing that you do not need to reach or strive. You only need to remember, the I am within you already holds every answer, every dream, every unfolding of your desire. You need not beg or chase, you only need to claim it with calm assurance. When you say, I am successful, you are not describing something you will one day become. You are declaring what already is in the unseen dimension of your being, and the moment you truly feel it, it begins to manifest itself through every circumstance of your outer life. Do not rush the process. There is a gentle beauty in allowing yourself to rest in the knowing. Feel the truth of it, not as something you must convince yourself of, but as something your soul already understands. Let every I am affirmation be like a quiet wave touching the shore of your mind, reshaping the sands of your beliefs, carving new paths where old doubts once lived. You do not need to shout it into the universe. Whisper it softly into your heart and let the silence carry it deeper than any words could ever reach. I am abundance. Let that phrase linger for a moment. Feel how it moves through you. Imagine every cell of your body awakening to the vibration of prosperity. It doesn't need to come from outside. You are the source of it. Your mind, when quiet, becomes a vessel through which infinite riches flow. You are the current of wealth itself, not its receiver. I am success. Let that settle in your awareness. You are not waiting for success. You are breathing it in this very moment. It is not a destination. It is a state of being, a rhythm of thought, a tone of consciousness. When you hold this feeling, success naturally aligns itself around you. It appears in opportunities, in ideas, in people drawn by the magnetic field of your awareness. I am happiness. Feel how light it is. Happiness is not something you chase after. It is the gentle fragrance that rises from the garden of gratitude. You do not force it, you allow it, you become still, and it grows naturally from the soil of appreciation. Each time you affirm I am happy, you awaken that dormant joy within that never left you. It was only waiting for your attention to return. Now imagine yourself walking through a world that responds instantly to every I am you declare. When you think, I am confident, the world presents you with moments that mirror confidence. When you feel, I am worthy, life echoes back with gifts and experiences that validate that worthiness. The outer world is not separate. It is the mirror of the inner declaration. Whatever image you cast upon the mirror of life through your I am statements, it reflects faithfully. So, choose your affirmations with love and precision. Each word you speak to yourself is a seed dropped into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. The subconscious does not argue, it accepts, it does not reason, it receives. If you tell it you are prosperous, it begins to move in unseen ways to fulfill that truth. If you tell it you are abundant, it aligns your experiences to make that a visible reality. The subconscious is the silent architect of your destiny, and your affirmations are the blueprints. When you say, I am calm, even in moments of chaos, your subconscious begins to quiet the storm. When you affirm, I am guided, the path begins to clear. When you declare, I am love, every shadow begins to dissolve. You are training the most powerful force in existence, your own mind, to operate in alignment with divine truth. It may not happen overnight, but it will happen unfailingly. Just as the seed takes time to emerge from beneath the soil, your affirmations are working even when you cannot yet see their results. Have patience, continue watering them with faith, with feeling, with repetition. The unseen is always more real than the seen, for the seen is only the shadow of what has already been accepted in consciousness. Let your I am become your meditation throughout the day, not as mere words, but as a state of inner awareness. When you walk, let your steps say, I am abundance. When you breathe, let each inhale whisper, I am peace. When you smile, let it radiate, I am love. Soon you will realize that everything around you bends to this awareness, because everything is responding to the vibration of who you believe you are. This is the secret. Life does not respond to your wishes, it responds to your identity. When you change your inner concept of self, the outer world must reflect it. If you persist in the assumption that you already are what you desire, you collapse the distance between desire and manifestation. There is no waiting, only realizing. Let the power of your I am flow without resistance. If doubts arise, gently remind yourself that they are merely echoes of the past. You are not bound by them. You can choose again, right now, to affirm the truth. Each time you do, you carve a new groove in your subconscious mind, and soon those grooves become the natural pathways through which your thoughts flow. Say it again within, I am successful. Feel the solidity of it, as if you've always been this. I am wealthy, not hoping to be, knowing you are. I am happy. Let joy rise up quietly from within, unforced, effortless. And as these words repeat softly in your awareness, notice how your body begins to align with that energy. Your breathing steadies, your heart feels lighter, your mind becomes clearer. There is a magnificent peace in realizing that everything you've ever desired has already been created in consciousness. You are not creating from nothing, you are revealing what already exists within you. Your affirmations do not make it real, they make it visible. The moment you affirm, I am that, it begins to take form through the invisible hand of divine intelligence. You need only persist gently, lovingly, without strain. Each I am is a spark of divine recognition, a quiet command that rearranges the universe to reflect your chosen identity. You do not need to know how it will come. That is not your task. Your role is to hold the end within yourself, to live from it, to breathe as though it were already so. If you can feel the reality of your desire now, without any visible proof, you have already succeeded. For feeling is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. The more vividly you feel your affirmation as true, the faster it translates into form. Do not be concerned with appearances, they are temporary and shifting. The unseen truth of your I am is eternal and unshakable. Every time you affirm, you are instructing your subconscious to build, to move, to organize. Every word is an act of creation, and every feeling is a command. So speak deliberately, feel deeply, choose wisely, and most importantly, believe gently, for belief is not effort, it is acceptance. You are not trying to make something happen, you are remembering that it already has. The power that breathes through galaxies and beats your heart is the same power that responds to your word. It has no limits, no boundaries, no resistance, only direction. And that direction is given by what you accept as true of yourself. So say, I am limitless. Say, I am deserving. Say, I am radiant. Say, I am free. Let these affirmations become the rhythm of your inner being until they feel like the most natural thing in the world, until the day comes when you no longer need to affirm them because you simply live as them. Everything begins in the mind. The invisible precedes the visible. The unseen shapes the seen. What you impress upon the subconscious through repetition and feeling must express itself in your world, for that is the law of consciousness. There is no outer change without inner acceptance first, so begin here, with your I am. You are the scriptwriter of your life. Your words, your affirmations, your feelings, they are the ink. The subconscious is the page upon which your destiny is written, and once written, it cannot fail to appear in form. So, as you continue to repeat your affirmations, let them not be mechanical. Let them be alive. Each I am should feel like an awakening, a remembering of who you truly are. Feel it so deeply that the world around you begins to echo it back effortlessly. You will notice in time that circumstances start to shift subtly at first, a conversation here, an opportunity there, as though reality itself is leaning toward your new identity. Do not be surprised when life rearranges itself to honor your declaration. That is its nature. It cannot resist the truth you hold about yourself. You are the dreamer, and the world is your dream. When you change the dreamer's state, the dream must change accordingly. So continue to affirm your truth with grace and certainty. I am success, I am wealth, I am happiness. Not someday, not eventually, now, always now. You are the eternal I am that was never lacking, never unworthy, never separate. You are the awareness through which all things are made real. Every thought, every feeling, every assumption is a brushstroke upon the canvas of your existence. So paint consciously, speak beautifully, feel richly, for your life will always reflect the masterpiece you hold within. And as you rest in that knowing, calm, peaceful, unhurried, you begin to realize that you never needed to force anything to happen. You only needed to remember that all power, all abundance, all joy already lives within the infinite presence that you call I am. And as this awareness deepens, you begin to sense that the invisible presence within you, this sacred I am, has always been waiting patiently for your recognition. It does not rush, it does not demand, it simply is. It abides in silence, ready to become whatever you accept as true. The moment you declare something with feeling, it listens, and the unseen substance of life moves into alignment. Every word that follows I am becomes a command to the universe, and the universe, being perfect obedience, must fulfill it. When you say I am in control, you are not claiming dominance over the world. You are aligning yourself with the inner authority that governs creation itself. You are no longer reacting to appearances. You are shaping them. You have stepped from the position of being a victim of life to being the orchestrator of it. You are not at the mercy of events, for events flow from the river of your consciousness. and you are the one who directs that river with your thoughts and emotions. Feel the truth of this as gently as the air that surrounds you. There is no effort in belief, no strain in realization. The I Am does not struggle to become, it simply knows itself as already being. That same stillness is within you. It does not need to reach for wealth or happiness. It simply embodies them. When you stop chasing what you desire and begin to feel that you already are what you seek, life reorganizes itself around your state of being. If you sit quietly for a moment and breathe deeply, you may notice that there is a still point beneath every thought, a space between one idea and the next. In that quiet space, the voice of the I Am can be heard more clearly. It is not loud, it does not shout, it whispers softly, I am. And in that whisper lies the totality of all creation. You can sense the entire universe resting in those two words. The galaxies, the stars, the oceans, the air, all of it springs from that same awareness, and that awareness is what you are. This realization changes everything. It dissolves fear, because fear cannot exist where truth is known. You no longer feel small in a vast universe. You realize the vastness is within you. The same life that moves planets moves through your breath. The same intelligence that holds the stars in balance, holds every detail of your life in perfect order. You do not have to force alignment, you only have to allow it. Each time you affirm something positive with feeling, you are sowing a seed in the fertile garden of your subconscious. I am wealthy is not just a phrase, it is a living vibration. It carries the essence of fulfillment. It sets unseen currents in motion, circumstances, encounters, ideas, all designed to bring that truth into visible form. But the greatest secret is this: you must feel it as already done. You must become the embodiment of your desire before the world can mirror it back to you. It may seem mysterious at first, but the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. When you affirm, I am confident, notice how your posture changes, how your breath steadies, how your thoughts begin to align with certainty. When you affirm, I am abundant, you start to notice opportunities that were always around you, but invisible to the eyes of lack. The change is not outside you. It begins in the unseen realm of belief and feeling. The subconscious mind is like soft wax. Every thought pressed upon it leaves an impression, and over time these impressions harden into the visible circumstances of your life. If you have impressed it with doubt, you will live surrounded by uncertainty. But if you impress it with conviction, with love, with abundance, then life must reflect those same qualities. You cannot plant one seed and harvest another. The subconscious is exact and faithful. It gives you precisely what you claim. So speak to yourself as one who already possesses all that you seek. Even if the evidence around you suggests otherwise, remain loyal to your vision. Persist gently but firmly in the awareness that your I am is the only cause. Let no contrary thought linger. When it tries to enter, replace it softly. No, I am peace, I am guided, I am success. Do not fight your thoughts. Redirect them. The power lies not in resistance, but in redirection. You may find moments when your outer world seems unchanged, when doubt whispers that nothing is happening. But do not be deceived by appearances. The seed must first take root before it breaks through the soil. The unseen process is just as vital as the visible result. During this invisible phase, your faith is your nourishment. Your repetition is your sunlight. Your feeling is your water. Continue to affirm with love and conviction, and what was once unseen will emerge naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. Begin to realize that wealth is not money alone. Wealth is a state of inner completeness. When you affirm, I am wealthy, you are claiming the abundance of mind, the richness of peace, the treasure of joy. The money will come as an outer symbol, but it is never the true wealth. True wealth is the feeling of sufficiency, the knowing that all your needs are met from within. And when you live from that knowing, you draw to yourself every material reflection of it. The same truth applies to happiness. You do not become happy because of things. Things appear because you are happy. Happiness is not a prize at the end of struggle. It is the natural fragrance of alignment. When you affirm, "I am happy," you are aligning your inner vibration with the frequency of joy itself, and the universe, hearing that tone, begins to send matching harmonies into your life. When you understand this, you no longer seek desperately for results. You rest in the awareness that all things unfold from within you. The outer world is simply the canvas, and your consciousness is the brush. The colors you choose are your thoughts and emotions. Paint deliberately, paint lovingly, for the image you hold within must appear before your eyes. The power of I am is infinite because it is not bound by time or condition. You could have failed 1,000 times before, yet the moment you say, "I am success," and truly mean it, the past dissolves. The I am knows no history, no memory of defeat. It lives only in the eternal present. The moment you declare it, reality begins anew. You are not bound by who you were yesterday. You are renewed with every breath, every affirmation, every choice to see yourself differently. There is a profound peace that comes with this realization. You no longer carry the burden of the past, for the past is only a pattern of old affirmations. You can choose new ones now. You can say, "I am free," and chains unseen begin to break. You can say, "I am worthy," and every limitation built on unworthiness starts to dissolve. The world must obey the voice of your consciousness, for that voice is the law of your being. Begin to speak to yourself, not as one hoping to receive, but as one who has already received. Imagine walking through life with the calm assurance of someone who knows everything is already unfolding perfectly. When you wake in the morning, let your first words be, "I am grateful, I am blessed, I am open to miracles today." Carry that vibration into every action, every interaction, and you will notice how life gently rearranges itself to match your inner song. Every conversation, every event, every coincidence is a reflection of your inner dialogue. If your inner dialogue is filled with fear or doubt, life echoes that tone. But when it is filled with faith and love, life becomes harmonious. You do not have to control circumstances. You only have to choose your inner state. The rest follows effortlessly. This is why the greatest power lies not in doing, but in being. When you truly become the thing you desire, you no longer chase it. It must come to you, drawn by the magnetic power of your assumption. The law of consciousness never fails. What you are aware of being, you become. What you refuse to believe in, you repel. So choose carefully what you declare through your I am. You are infinite awareness, clothed in form. The world around you is your mirror, showing you the content of your consciousness. If something displeases you, do not fight the reflection. Change the image within. When you declare, "I am peace," the reflection must become peaceful. When you say, "I am abundant," the reflection must become abundant. You have no need to manipulate the mirror. You only need to adjust the expression behind it. Each time you sit in quiet contemplation and affirm your truth, you are aligning yourself with divine order. You are attuning your mind to the frequency of creation. And as you do, you will feel a gentle certainty rise within. Not excitement, not anxiety, but calm knowing. That knowing is the evidence of your faith. When you feel it, you can rest assured that what you have affirmed is already done. You will begin to notice how easily things fall into place. People will appear who can help you. Opportunities will come in ways you never imagined. Doors that were once closed will open effortlessly. It is not coincidence, it is correspondence. Life is simply echoing your inner vibration. The universe rearranges itself every time you accept a new truth about yourself. And through all of this, remain gentle. There is no need to force belief. Let it grow naturally, like a flower opening to sunlight. Repeat your affirmations softly, lovingly, with patience. The subconscious responds best to calm conviction, not desperate insistence. When you whisper, "I am," the inner mind listens intently and obeys with infinite precision. Continue to live from this awareness even when appearances tempt you to doubt. When things seem contrary, smile softly and remind yourself, this too will pass, for I am greater than appearances. Keep your focus steady. Let no outer noise disturb the inner knowing. The invisible is always more powerful than the visible, and as the days unfold, you will begin to see that every affirmation you have spoken, every truth you have felt, has shaped the very fabric of your experience. You will see how effortlessly life responds to the tone of your consciousness. What once seemed like miracles will feel natural, for they are not exceptions. They are the natural result of alignment. And now, as you come to the quiet end of this inner journey, let the words settle deep into your being. Feel how every I am you have spoken has become alive within you. No longer mere sounds, but living truths resonating through your consciousness. You are no longer the one who hopes or waits. You are the one who knows. The light of awareness that has always been within you now shines brighter, clearer, calmer. You understand now that creation is not something you struggle for. It is something you allow. The moment you claim a state of being and feel it as real, all of life rushes to confirm it. You no longer look to the world for validation. The world now looks to you for instruction. You have discovered the key that opens every door, the awareness of I am. Let these words remain with you, not as an idea to remember, but as a state to live from. In every moment you are free to choose again. You can awaken each morning and say, I am blessed, I am abundant, I am fulfilled. And as you do, your subconscious begins to weave that truth into every thread of your reality. You are the source of your happiness, the author of your success, the fountain of your wealth. Everything you once sought outside yourself was only waiting for you to recognize it within. You have become the still center of your own creation, peaceful, powerful, and aware. So walk gently now, knowing that the power that formed worlds listens to your every word. Speak lovingly to yourself, think richly of yourself, and live as though every desire has already found its way to you, because in truth, it has. Breathe deeply, feel the quiet joy of that knowing, and let the final echo of this truth remain with you always. You are the I am. You are the cause. You are the light, and all that you seek already is.